Hi. I asked the tarot to tell me how the Russian president is influencing our president's decisions regarding Iran. In the current situation position, we have the Four of Cups, a pause after activity looking to solidify accomplishments, but not content with what's been achieved so far. The underlying cause is the Two of Swords, partnerships, duality, difficult decisions, sometimes avoiding the truth. In the past is the Ten of Wands reversed, a failure to delegate, excessive burdens, lessons unlearned. The immediate future is the Three of Wands, a partnership, trade, putting thoughts into actions. And the outcome card is the Page of Pentacles, a new stage in life, arising from the desire to manifest dreams physically and new beginnings. So we see that there are partnerships at work, not just with the U.S. and Israel, but between our guy and the Russian president. You'll know from the news that first, we no longer support Ukraine, and second, we have lifted sanctions from Russia, in spite of the fact that they are apparently sharing crucial intelligence with Iran about where to strike American forces. Our president making this move is only logical if he has an unrecognized relationship with his Russian counterpart, and I'll be asking specifically about that in another reading. Okay, so we've invaded, done a lot of damage, but the job isn't done yet, and things are starting to get sticky here at home. The Orange Man has trashed all our former allies and never consulted them about what he was planning on doing, so they don't want to help him get out of said sticky situation, and who can blame them? So the U.S. partnership with Israel and his private one with Putin and lack of partnerships with our former allies has caused this war to happen. In the past is him failing to delegate or take advice, or learning why all our former presidents avoided starting a war with Iran because they had gamed out what would happen if we did. In the immediate future are a couple of possibilities. The first being that he will get enough help from someone, and since I specifically asked about Putin, I'm going to say that's where it will come from. The Russians may essentially throw their ally Iran under the bus and help the U.S. get hold of the enriched uranium and perhaps help with regime change in exchange for all sanctions removed, or debts forgotten, or assets held by other countries returned, or something else of value on an international scale. They probably wouldn't be able to demand Ukrainian land because it isn't up to the U.S. to give it. Another possibility is that our former allies will give enough assistance to either further the war effort or at least give the Orange Man an exit strategy from the whole thing. That is a good possibility because all countries are affected by the stranglehold Iran has on the oil market, and a lot of other countries really don't want Russia getting rich on this situation, which would mean they could continue their conflict with Ukraine for a lot longer, and the Europeans are struggling to cope with the expense of helping Ukraine already. Not to mention, the rising cost of oil will affect the cost of almost everything else, and that's the kind of thing that will destroy businesses and economies all over the world. The outcome card, the Page of Pentacles, is a card of dreams. What does the Orange Man dream about? Well, being crazy rich, being the center of attention, and being able to control everything, and, very important here, not letting the law catch up with him. Now, as to the significance of this card, I'm going to go out on a limb. Using what I know about current events and applying a psychic impression that I've had about him for years, I'm going to predict that he will use his relationship with the Russian president to help him get out of the current sticky situation, and then before his term is up, leave the presidency using ill health as an excuse. Then he'll leave the country and go somewhere where he can't be extradited, where he can live out his final years in comfort and security since he's managed to grift a lot of money in his first year of his second term. As they say, for entertainment purposes only. Well, if it happened, it sure would entertain me. This is Laura Jean the Tree Talker. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.